So I was scrolling through a comment section of an Eckhart Tolle video, and I saw a comment where someone said that he or she is already meditating for years and still waiting for something to happen. And I just wanted to make a video about how to actually meditate, because I can really relate with this problem, this feeling of I still don't know how to meditate, because I often had this when I was looking for perfect meditation online. I always had this feeling inside. It's like I'm sitting down. Every time I sit down, I feel like my mind is just asking, what technique now should I use? Should I focus on the breath, on a noise, or should I just, what should I do? Then I saw this comment in this under this Eckhart Tolle video, and Eckhart is often talking about how important it is to get rid of thoughts, kind of. Like also in his guided meditation, and I'm not saying that he's a good teacher in my opinion, but also in his guided meditation, he's also sometimes he's saying that just know that right now thoughts are not important, as if that information is enough to get rid of thoughts. And for some people it's not that easy. It's just thoughts keep coming, Then a teaching like that makes you feel as if you have to get rid of them to attain something. So it's postponing your achievement, as if there's an achievement to attain. So that didn't work for me. Kind of did, but I was strengthening my attention by straining my attention by focusing on noises and my breath, and there was peace. But I still wasn't aware of what I am. Who am I really? As awareness, And just wanted to tell you the very simple, in a very simple way, how to just know who you are and remain as being. And how you shouldn't even care about if the thoughts appear or not. Like for example, right now, you can pause the video and just try that. Just be, and just wait for the next thought. It will probably say something like, "This won't lead to anywhere. It's boring. It doesn't solve any problems. I'm just lazy. I'm just here. What should I do? What's the method?" Just wait for those kind of thoughts, and then just see how they are not you, how they just came on their own. That's all. That's just it. Just be. Thought appears. I'm just wasting my time. And then it disappears. You didn't do anything. Don't have to get rid of those thoughts. Just look at the movie and know that you're actually watching a movie. What the movie says is not of importance. Just know that it's here. It's allowed to be. It's allowed to play. Just be aware that whatever the thought is saying is not important. It's allowed to be here though. That's why it's called waking up, because you're awake, you're not dreaming the dream of me and my life and I'm doing things, You don't have to get rid of thoughts, but you're just awake to the fact that there's a movie going on in the mind, and you're aware of what is going on. So you see the thought for what it is, and you don't believe in what it says. So if you want to, you can just pause the video right now and just try it, like in silence. Just be. Don't do anything and wait for the next thought. And you don't do anything. And if something happens that makes you feel like you're doing something, Just allow that. That's also just a thought or just an appearance or happening. Just when a thought appears, it feels like you're thinking, but actually with time you will see it just happens. If you're clear in setting the attention that you won't think, you will see that the thought will still come. So it's not your will, it's just what the brain does, it thinks. Just like the heart beats, the lungs breathe. It's a normal process and you're just watching it. Or you're not particularly putting your attention on the thought, but you're just this open awareness in which thoughts can appear, and it's not a problem. So that's just the meditation that helped me the most. Because a thought appeared, I'm not getting sucked into the story, I'm aware, it's just a movie that's playing. And then it disappears, and then there's the silence. Over time, there's just more and more silence. Peace. The same thing with emotions and sensations in the body, whatever's going on. So you will realize that there is no center, I, that is watching thoughts, but there's this open awareness in which everything appears. That's why it's called non-duality, like this final understanding that there is no separate outside, there is always this one reality. Because consciousness is not a thing that you can set apart from whatever it perceives. It isn't a thing, therefore there is only this. That's why some radical non-dual teachers say there is no consciousness even. As if that's something that you have to understand. I had so much trouble understanding what they mean when they say like there is no consciousness. What? But Rupert Spira says there is only consciousness. So it's like, but it's not for the mind. I wasted too much time on trying to understand what they mean, like they are different in their teachings, but now I understand it in this way, that actually, yes, everything is consciousness, but it's actually, when I say nothing is conscious, there is no consciousness, is actually pointing to the same truth. Words are not so important. But the experience is actually not, it's not something you can attain, it's just something you realize. Yes, consciousness is not something that is located in my head. It's this. It couldn't be different, because if consciousness wouldn't be here, then you wouldn't be able to perceive this video. So consciousness is in the video. It's already this, it's already one. There's no process of the video coming to your eyes. There's one reality already. But that's just an intellectual understanding. What is actually important is to know how to actually meditate, which is actually, what I mean by that is knowing who you are as this open awareness in which thoughts are allowed to be. You don't have to get rid of them. You just allow them to be. And when you're just aware that the thought appears, whatever it says, it doesn't matter. You're just aware, oh, it's not a real movie. It's not a real thing that happens. It's just like in a movie, it's not real. You're aware of that, and then it will disappear, and you're here, still doing nothing. I believe it's also called non-meditation. Like the Buddhists say, there's a distinction between meditation and non-meditation. And meditation is when you're actually putting your attention onto some object, on a sound, on your breath or something. But non-meditation is when you're not putting your attention on anything, and you're just being, and your awareness is open, and everything is welcome. This is who you are. And this open awareness is infinite, because you cannot feel, see, perceive that there is a boundary to this awareness. It is already one with the thought, it is already one with the feeling, with all the objects here. That's why it's called, that's why they say there is only consciousness. There is a tremendous amount of peace that you can find in your true being when you're no longer trying to meditate for years and trying to attain something, but you just realize that who you really are is already meditating, is already a master. doesn't need to attain some kind of enlightenment. Awakeness itself is already awake. Endgame. That's it. So, yeah. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. And Merry Christmas.